Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Monday, January 23rd. So, I don't even know where to begin. So Friday, I used my sneak peek video for Diamond Art Club as my video. I will admit that there are going to be some days where I do not have time for a video. I am working every day this week. We are actually on a lunch break right now, so I thought I would take the time to do the video right now because I find it difficult in the morning sometimes to get the video done. So I did do some diamond painting and stitching over the weekend, so I have progress to show you on that. But I wanted to I wanted to talk to you about my gratitude list today. I have 5 things. Number 1 is that I just woke up today and I'm able to do the things I need to do. So I've been having a tough time the last few days with like death and dying. You know, I dread the day. I dread if Bill passes before me. I dread my parents dying and just having to deal with their estate and all of that stuff. So I have kind of pressed Bill and I told him about it today and I said, we need to get wills done because I just don't want to have anything unsaid, you know what I mean? But yeah, Saturday we went to my neighbor's viewing across the street that passed away, and remember I told you I was afraid of just busting out crying in front of his wife, and that's exactly what happened. Because, you know, we walked in and it's just so extremely heartbreaking for his family and the fact that he was such a young man. And I felt bad about hugging her and crying because it's like I'm laying my grief on her, but how can I could not help myself. Like I could not do that. It was just a horrible, heartbreaking scene. There were a ton of people in there because they had a lot of family and friends. And I couldn't get it out of my head the rest of the night. And I still think about it from time to time and just how truly precious our life is and that you never know when your time is coming. And then on the other hand, you know, I realize, and I've been reading my Bible a lot today when I've had little breaks, I can't live my life being afraid of my parents passing, Bill passing before me, because that's not a given, although he thinks it is. I can't live my life like that because then I wouldn't be living. So I am trusting and trying to read. I'm reading the book of Ephesians right now, and it talks about how God has a plan and you have to trust that he has a plan and that, you know, all of that. It's difficult. I'm having a tough time with it here lately. Okay, so number 2, I have Bill on my list. I admire his relationships with others. Everyone in our neighborhood loves Bill. He talks to everybody. He has a relationship with everybody. You know, I've really been trying to be better at that because, you know, I'm the person that if I see you outside, I'm waiting inside to check the mail before you walk away. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be that kind of person. So, yeah. That's what I admire about Bill today, while I'm grateful for him, because he gives me a good role model as to relationships, you know. Number 3, that I was able to diamond paint and stitch yesterday because Saturday I didn't do anything. Friday night I didn't do anything. I worked until almost 8 o'clock on Friday. So yesterday was it. And I got a good chunk of diamond painting and then I did a bit of stitching in the evening. Number 4, I'm grateful for my side table that goes on the recliner. So Bill came home on Wednesday and said, oh, I went on your Amazon wish list and bought everything on it. I said, what? He says, you know, I haven't bought you anything in a while. He said, so I went on your list and just bought everything on there. He said it was only like $60. So one of the items was this little side table. So Jill has one of these, but hers is more like an octagon shape. This is plastic. But you see the clamps come down and they fit on the arm of the recliner. Oh my God, I want to say this was $19. The clamps are very strong. I used it for the first time last night. Love, because it gives you a sturdy surface to set a mug. What I'd set on here was the threads I was using, my scissors, lip balm. I had my Ort container on here. This is so love, love, love this. So yes, I was very grateful for that. So I will link that down below for sure. And number 5, dress shoes from Amazon that didn't hurt too bad. So when we found out that the viewing was Saturday, I looked in my closet and realized I have no like dress shoes. Like what? So I went on Amazon and I ordered, they almost look like Mary Jane's, where they have a heel. So they're comfortable. It's not a high heel, it's like a chunky heel. And then they have a strap that goes along your foot that I really hate shoes when you walk in them and you step out of them. This prevented that. So, and they came very quickly. So now I have them. And they come in a bunch of different colors. So I may consider getting like a beige pair or some more of a neutral pair later on. But yeah, that was my list. Sometimes tough to have. Sometimes I can knock that list out in 2 seconds and not give it any thought. Other days like today, I really had to sit and think about it. Okay, so somebody's at our front door and it's got to be Amazon or something. Let's talk about, let me show you first 2 things I got in the mail that I bought that were new releases in cross stitch. Heart and Hand Tweethearts. I love their bird pattern, so I absolutely had to get that one. And then I got the Heart and Hand 2023 Collector's Heart, which actually comes with the fabric and the thread and the little button. I don't know if I'll use that fabric. I'm not against using linen, but I love stitching on perforated paper, so I may stitch that on paper. But I got those 2. And so there were like 2, I don't want to say issues, but things that came up in the community over the weekend. So one of them was about a new release that Diamond Art Club did called Lotus. And Jill and I and McKenna talked extensively about this over the weekend. Let me find the diamond painting to show you because I thought I saved it. Okay. Well, I didn't save it, but I'm going to show you the diamond painting. It is of a woman in the water. Wait a minute. I am not prepared here. It is a woman in the water, and she is nude. And what you see is her butt peeking out of the water. That's not, I think it's Christopher is the artwork. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, it is sold out. It did sell out. So here is the image. So you can see that she is nude. Someone posted a very negative review on Diamond Art Club about that kit right when it was released, and it just snowballed. It sparked all these people to come for that person in the reviews, and there were many posts in the Diamond Art Club Facebook group about it. And you know, I'll be honest, my first thought was people need to get the stick out of their ass. That was my first thought, because there is much art in this world that has nudity, and I don't think that's grotesque. It's not pornographic. It's not any of those things, in my opinion. Everyone has a different opinion. I didn't see any problem with that. Honestly, when I first saw that, I initially thought of McKenna and thought she would probably love something like that because that is somewhat of her taste in art. But I also did think this is going to put some people off. But it is pretty easy to just scroll on by, because your opinion doesn't mean it's the be all and end all, right? I think we just have to become more accepting of it's art. And there are other diamond paintings by that artist that actually do show somewhat nudity as well. I forget what they are, but if you go look, I want to say it's Christopher something. Christopher Lovell? Is that what it is? I don't know, but I was just dumbfounded, essentially, and just sort of heartbroken that that was just such the topic of conversation when it's Christopher Lovell, where there is just so much more to be concerned about. So, and then there was a post in the cross stitch community, one of the Facebook groups, that talks about the backs of the projects. And this has been such a topic that initially I'm just like, the only two things that I've ever talked about as far as the back of your project is being careful of. One, knots, because if you frame it, it could look lumpy if you use knots to begin or end your thread. And number two, if you carry thread, like dark thread on a light colored fabric, you might see it behind it. Those are the only two things, in my opinion, that you should be concerned about as far as your projects, as far as the backs of your projects. So somebody posted about, apparently there's an Italian way to stitch, and let me try to find the diagram because I looked at that. Okay, so here's an example. The back looks exactly like the front. Could you tell what's the back and the front? Yeah, you probably could by the black all around the corner, but most of it, good night. So apparently how you do that, let me see if I can find the diagram, because I looked at it and even I was like, nobody has time for that. Nobody has time. Here's the diagram. So what you essentially do is you make like compensating stitches. See how it goes around? I looked at this for so long and I was like, I don't know what. No, because for me, stitching is supposed to be enjoyable, and trying to do that to me wouldn't be enjoyable. And I was just like, I think we really need to stop being so concerned with the backs of our projects. Seriously, like, it's okay. It's not. Now, I will admit, the back of my project on this looks pretty friggin' good, right? I'm very careful when I stitch on paper because you can really see it right through it. So while I'm showing this, I'll show you my progress on this. So I did get a good bit done. I don't remember the last time I showed you what I had done. Did I have the V and the A done? Because last night I stitched L-E-N-T-I. And if I wouldn't have had to work today, I would have stayed up and done the N and the E. I'll do those tonight. But yeah, it's coming along. Oh, one of the other things that Bill got me off my wish list was this washi tape. So you see it's very glittery. It's by Scotch Expressions. And this is like a teal one. Look how beautiful it is. It is so glittery. It's hard to really see it. You can see it really well under a light. But I really like it. And it came with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It came with 10 rolls of it. Like there's a gold one and a lime green one. There's a whole bunch of colors. So that was one of the things he bought off my wish list too. And then there was a book I had on there that he bought. So there's that. And then I'm going to show you my diamond painting because I got done another square on April round. So I got done this section here. And I wanted to once again talk about the bar magnets and the magnetic push pins because I have had people message me or comment that they don't understand how it works. So let me move this off of here. I'm going to pull all of these off and I'm going to show you how I do it again because it literally is like you putting a photo or a postcard on your refrigerator with a magnet. You know, your refrigerator is magnetic. You put the picture on it and then you put a magnet on top to make it stay. My iPad, good Lord, my light pad is from Diamond Art Club. It is not any kind of special light pad. Let's turn this on so you can at least see. That's not helpful. Wait a minute. Maybe I should do that. Okay. No, that's not helpful either. You can see the bar magnets. So the bar magnets came with 3M tape. So they are stuck to my light pad. The light pad's not magnetic. I stuck it around the edge with the 3M tape. Now, what I also did when I got the magnetic push pins, and the push pins I bought, which I linked in the description box, it's these. It's all different colors, and there's like 40 of them. Just like any other magnet, some of those push pins are going to repel these, depending on what side you wound up putting the adhesive on, right? So all I did was I went through, see, that's repelling it, but it doesn't repel that one. So I just went through and I figured out which ones will stick to this, right? And I did that first to make sure I had, I did pretty good with that. That repels it, but that doesn't. Okay. I went through to figure out which repelled and which didn't. So what I did, so you have the bar magnets on your light pad. I put the diamond painting over it like this to where I was going to diamond paint. And I'm sorry this is shaking. I'm trying to do this with one hand while holding the tripod. Okay, so I did it on there. And remember, the bar magnets are underneath here, right? Wait a minute, I'm dropping the push pins. So all I did was, then the magnetic push pin is holding the diamond painting on the magnetic bar. Like I said, it is like you putting something on your refrigerator. I meant that one won't stick there. On your refrigerator with a magnet. Because someone messaged me and said they bought everything I have and it doesn't work. And I honestly don't know how to explain it any better because they thought it was something to do with the light pad. See how it's holding it? It's not moving. It is holding it magnetically onto my light pad. I hope that helped. I hope that explanation helped. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay, I will try to, again, link all this stuff down below in the description box. So, I hope you guys are all having a good start to the week. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.